So you guys know about this ticket that I got that I uploaded a video about a while ago. Look, if I get a ticket and I deserve it, I'll pay it. I didn't deserve that ticket. And if you look at the video that I uploaded of the internal dash cam car of the state trooper, he was texting and fooling around on his phone between his legs before he pulled me over. And those are the records I want, because I think it has something to do with what I just found out about today. Now, a lot of people would block out the names. I've always been 100% transparent with you guys. I've had my own problems with depression in the past. I even uploaded a video that you know about if you've been a subscriber for a while. So, as I stated before, this trooper, something's not going up with this. It doesn't add up. And what I did is I've continually applied through the Freedom of Information Act requests figuring out what it is they're doing with regard to these records that they've been giving me a hard time about. They've failed to provide any records of any tickets he's written to anybody in the last 5 years. It's all computerized. They keep blaming it on a third-party vendor. If you look at the day I was pulled over back in December 23rd, you'll see that there were people just hauling ass. It was an unusually warm day in December. He comes all the way over from the left lane and pulls me over in the right lane. I pulled over right away. Even when I talked with the Michigan State Police, and it's on that audio of the video that I uploaded, the guy that I talked to acknowledged that there was no driving indicative of an obstructed view. That's because there wasn't an obstructed view. I saw him coming up. If it would have been against the law for a dog to be on your lap, Daisy wouldn't have been on my lap. It's not against the law. I'm not an idiot. I was doing 63 miles an hour in the right-hand lane on my way out to the park where I continually videotape Daisy running around. So I've challenged the ticket. I thought I had a bad judge the first time. So I get this Freedom of Information Act request through the mail today. And look what I find out. Now, mind you, this is only a 2-point ticket. But I don't need a ticket that I don't deserve. If I'd have been weaving in and out of traffic, or I couldn't see through my mirror and people were blowing their horns, I'd have went down and paid it. But something wasn't adding up with this from the beginning. So I get this request back today, and look at this. These are all the people, so all you stalkers out there, the ones that call restaurants and tell the girl that answers the phone that I'm a serial killer with an outstanding felony warrant, you can contact all these people if you want. I'm not going to block out their names, but I want to show you what the Michigan State Police will do when they're trying to protect a guy that has nothing to do with right or wrong. And I want to caution you right up front, there are people that go on there sometimes and make comments in jest. The Michigan State Police will take a comment that you said as a joke or in jest or just screwing around, and they will charge you with a felony if they can, which I'll get to in this report. So if you look at this report, it shows you the date, it shows you everybody's involved, and they assigned an investigator to go on and read through the open chats. And here's a chat that they reference, Knights Calling Open Chat, and they give some of the names. And it said it's a short chat of a video right here where he references his obstruction ticket, asking for an adjournment, that he is prepared himself by measuring the windshield and mirror of the vehicle. Right. One of my defenses were going to be is I have a huge windshield with not only exceptionally large mirrors on each side, I have convex mirrors which give you a much better view. It's for pulling trailers. The point is I don't have any problem seeing out of them even when Daisy's sitting on my lap. So the trooper referenced the dog on his lap. And he said he wanted to walk out with the trooper and hand him a pair of women's panties and with no real explicit threats. Yeah, you know why? I was just joking. I thought it was a bullshit ticket. I made a comment about a guy that I thought was passing up on all sorts of legitimate law enforcement concerns. And, you know, I don't remember saying it, but I don't deny that I said it. I was screwing around, you know. And then it goes on, MSP doesn't provide protocol or training, where I talk about MSP doesn't provide protocol or training for their personnel on what an obstructed view is. In this case it says R. And I want obstructed views specified on MSP letterhead. They've never provided that. And why? I mean, is it 10%? Is it 20%? Every single state trooper that I've talked to since I got that ticket has never written that ticket. And anyone that I asked that knew of the ticket that was written said that it was always related to bad driving. And that's the ticket you get for not paying attention. Rather than give you a careless or a reckless, they say, hey, you had that St. Bernard on your lap licking your face, you cut 3 people off, here's an obstructed view ticket. And if you listen to the audio, you'll find the trooper never said, I think your view was obstructed. I could have discussed it with him. He said I had a dog on my lap, which is not illegal. As a matter of fact, they were going to introduce legislation for that in 2017. It was never voted on. Then it says he doesn't care if he makes MSP mad and it gets appealed. I really don't. I mean, this is just a childish statement. I'm willing to appeal it. I shouldn't be held my feet to the fire because I'm making an honest inquiry about what I think was a ticket with no kind of parameters as to why the ticket was written. I mean, the reason that they have careless driving, reckless driving, running a stop sign is because you know what you've done. When you ask a state trooper just what exactly is a obstructed view, they'll tell you that it's what appeared that you couldn't see out your vehicle clearly. That didn't happen, but that still doesn't answer the question. So basically, it's a green light to pull over whoever they want. And in this particular case, me, because I think that trooper was talking to somebody on his phone. You can see in the video, he's texting when he shouldn't be. It's definitely distracted driving while he's looking down. And then before he pulls me over, he takes that phone and he puts it in what I'm assuming is a personal backpack. So then he's beaten every ticket he's challenged. I have beaten every ticket I've challenged, but they were bad tickets. As I said, if I'm guilty, I'll go down and pay it. As a matter of fact, that happened in Taylor, the same court that has this jurisdiction, 30 years ago, when I made a left-hand turn on a telegraph on a sign that was up on a pole that I didn't see. Went down, paid for the ticket, no problem, I didn't see the sign. So then the cop wanted to make him look like a babbling idiot, but he didn't. I probably said something in jest with regard to, you know, he wanted to make me look bad. After all, I got a ticket, and it wasn't any threat or, you know, it was just talking in the midst of a conversation. I mean, how would you like somebody to overhear a phone conversation or a conversation you had with a bunch of friends and extract what they want out of it and then put it in a report? Okay, this person here wants to know if they can provide any additional information. So, okay, fair enough. Now, mind you, this is a 2-point ticket, all right? So you turn over this next page, and they continually reference the chat, okay? And they talk about getting a phone call from a tipster. Well, you want to guess who the tipster is? I wonder if it's the same person that called the restaurant the other day when I was in there eating, telling the girl that I was a serial killer with an outstanding felony warrant, okay? Then they talk about the vehicle I'm driving, that kind of thing. They talk about more that's going on in the chat. And you can see here the subject, Thomas Howard Reed. They give my date of birth, no problem. My driver's license, don't have a problem with that. Lives in Wentz Branch and takes YouTube videos all over Michigan. He likes to interview prostitutes in Detroit quite often. Currently, he has over 100,000 subscribers to his YouTube channel. Now, do you see any place in there where they mention handing out food, handing out clothing, handing out stipends, videotaping Daisy, taking bird videos? Not at all. And they don't know that the people that I talk to are always prostitutes. Then, here's where it really gets weird. They go on and list the hater sites that you guys are very familiar with, trying to get me kicked off YouTube. It appears his videos did get banned in the past. Speculation about illegal mail system use. Absolutely false. This is one of the hater channels. Whoever did this investigation for the Michigan State Police has absolutely no idea what they're talking about. Here's another one on Reddit. Here's another one on Facebook. These are the hater channels. And another one from these channels that are trying to kick me off YouTube. He did get a ticket from Trooper Woods, blah, 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 in November 20, on 12/23/2019 in Telegraph. He was arrested in 2017 for a vehicle violation in Leelanau County. That is not true. I was never arrested. I did get a ticket later on, but I was never arrested. It was treated as a medical event. I was taken to the hospital and given the mandatory 6-month suspension for a medical condition. It had absolutely zero to do with an arrest. In the video you referenced below, he mentioned several times he wants to put people in diapers with a pacifier in their mouth and take a photo. Yeah, I've said that about people that have hassled me on YouTube before. Big deal. I can try to pull up the registered vehicles if it's something you guys are interested in. So here the Michigan State Police are providing an internal report about this ticket and referencing all the hater sites. I can't wait till they become aware that maybe this tipster is the same person that tried to get me arrested by the Detroit police the other day. So there's the first one. Then you go down here. I just forwarded this and have begun to look into it further. The video is 2 hours and 24 minutes long and I'm only a few minutes in it. But at 1:22, the man, Tom, says he is heading to the D tomorrow, which would be today's date. If the allegations are true, law enforcement that comes in contact him may be in danger. Based on what? I have never been in trouble in my life. I have zero criminal record. What are they talking about? If anybody was going to be in danger, it was going to be anybody that threatens me while I'm down there. It had absolutely nothing to do with this ticket or this traffic stop. While working the front desk, I got a call, the YouTube live video linked in which the user is threatening to harm a trooper. I never threatened to harm a trooper. I cannot get the video to play on the computer. Yeah, of course you can't, because I never said that. I've never threatened any trooper or any law enforcement officer anywhere. So that's that page. Here they reference this chat they're talking about right here. Let's see. Right here. I just got off the phone with the tipster. Yeah, the tipster. Advised the subject's name is Thomas Howard Reed, blah, blah, blah. She advised that someone shared with a copy of the subpoena and he is scheduled to 23rd District Court at 9:30 for an obstructed view ticket. Further, she advised he is on his way to Detroit from West Branch, Michigan on today's date. She also advised that he may have shared the wrong video. She may have shared the wrong video and go back and look. But in the video he advised Tom says he will make sure cameras aren't around and will put the trooper in diapers, put a pacifier in his mouth, and take a photo. Oh my God, this just gets crazy. I am currently looking to the owner of the YouTube channel in Detroit. Subject posts videos of Michigan often. I will provide more identifying information once I have him pinned down. So here's the last page of it. And it says, okay, I was just forwarded and begin to look into this further. The video is 2 hours, 24 minutes long, and I'm only a few minutes into it. Okay, this is the redundant, really. I'll work in the front desk. So this is a redundant video. And this I've already talked about. So what these internal investigators are doing at the Michigan State Police is they are talking to the same people that constantly make death threats against me, send me death threats in the mail, send me death threats in email, and as you can see, just tried to get me in trouble with Detroit police the other day. So I'm going to talk to an attorney tomorrow. I don't think this internal investigation depicts me accurately. I've been a licensed private detective since 1981. I've never had any suspensions, disciplinary hearings, nothing, and I've held PI licenses in 5 different states. I've had 1 ticket in the last 25 years, and that was the ticket that they referenced that I got up in 2017 in Leelanau County. And I pled guilty to a civil infraction. It wasn't any kind of criminal matter at all. So you can see what they're spending their time on. They're taking people like that kook in Las Vegas with a criminal record, that nut job in Flint that has current outstanding warrants, and they're using that as part of an internal investigation to try and paint me in a negative light. And I think it's important that you know about it. Tomorrow I'm going to contact some people with the state of Michigan. I'm also going to contact a state rep. I'm going to contact the governor's office. And I'm going to contact the the Attorney General's office. I think this is a travesty for law enforcement to waste their time on this crap. And I wanted to keep you up to date.